Andrew Tate has a self-reported net worth of $100 million, but the marketing strategy for all three of his most successful businesses are all based on manipulating men by selling them a false dream.
I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Maybe it's a scam. Oh, maybe I scam you out of a Nando's. Oh no.
So I like to make money off the vices of the week.
Emery Andrew Tate III was born on the 1st of December 1986 in Washington, D.C. His father, Emery Tate, was a chess international master, and his mother worked as a catering assistant. Chess doesn't pay well, and both Andrew and his brother, Andrew with hair, insist that they inherited zero money from their parents.
Dad was the man, but he never had a penny. And you know what? This is one of the accusations that if you say it to my face, I'll straight knock you out.
Andrew Tate first gained notoriety and success as a 4-time world champion kickboxer. In the early days of his career, he was sponsored by UK fighting gear supplier Sidekick Boxing. Here, he was earning £1,000 a month and gambling it all.
So my Sidekick money came yesterday. I played a bit of baccarat. 1, 2, 11, 12, 13, 14, 21 grand.
Now, kickboxing isn't boxing. The highest reported earner from kickboxing is Badr Hari, who has an estimated $16 million net worth, which doesn't even come close from the top 10 earners from boxing. But Andrew is still making a pretty penny competing at the highest level.
So I'd make like $100,000 a fight. You fight 2 or 3 times a year. You pay 20% to your manager. You pay taxes, but you're not rich.
Tate himself says he was earning around $100,000 to $200,000 per year. By the age of 27 in 2013, he'd made his first million. Now, take this with a grain of salt because he also said this in the same sentence.
And then I became a trillionaire quite recently.
With the insane rise of the UFC over the last decade, he made an attempt to switch over. Naturally, it seemed like a much more lucrative career. Unfortunately, he didn't have what it takes to start an entirely new fighting career from scratch.
At the age of 28, I thought I don't have the gumption to start again.
With Andrew's love for the extravagant life, the income he was making just didn't satisfy him. That's actually the reason I retired. I woke up one day and realized I'm giving 6.5 hours to the fight game. I believed that if I applied that same time and energy to make money, I would be a millionaire. I truly believe that. So in 2016, Andrew Tate chose to retire from professional kickboxing. Ultimately, Tate wanted enough money to live the grandiose lifestyle that he currently is today, and to him, he needed an income of around $30,000 to $40,000 a month. However, the ways he would go about this weren't exactly ethical. Around this time in 2015, the Tate Brothers had an idea of how to make a lot of cash. A webcam business. They understood that there's a plethora of guys out there that are willing to pay money to get the attention of beautiful women. Now, a webcam business by itself isn't necessarily unethical or a scam, but it's the way that it was run by the Tate Brothers that certainly made it so.
What was the most that one person sent to a model? Total.
Million?
This telling of events are Andrew Tate's words, not mine. The women would be cam girls and customers would pay $4 a minute to spend time with them. These men would donate large sums of money, with one customer reportedly spending $1 million in 1 year on one of the girls without ever meeting her. In the beginning of this business, one of the women wasn't dropping enough game. They weren't able to keep their customers engaged and coming back for more. So Andrew himself started typing back to the customers whilst the girls were on the camera with an unplugged keyboard.
And they were talking to ice cold hustlers. We were taking their money, all of it.
The webcam business made the Tate Brothers rich. They'd struck gold, and they very much so understood the reason for its success. Beta males, as Tate refers to them, also, potential human trafficking.
It's not even just about sex, because porn is effectively free now. It's about attention. It's about interaction. And these betas do not get genuine interaction from hot girls.
You see, the Tate Brothers got these girls to sell the dream.
You can't be a 10 talking about how you've been to Dubai to some fucking dude in Minnesota who's fat. He ain't gonna ever believe that he's gonna get you that way. You gotta lie to him. You gotta lie to him. Make him think that if he's serious about you, that nothing else matters. Sell the dream, sell the dream, sell the dream. I had these guys selling their houses, life savings, loans, all of it to me. Give me it all.
Now, given the nature of camgirl work, you may not think this is that manipulative, but it's the way that he kept the customers engaged for long periods of time with false promises that definitely made this a scam.
They'd want to meet the chick, right? I only did a meeting once ever. I had a big customer, with my best girl. But after they meet the girl once, the fantasy's now ruined. Like, so now they're like, okay, when can we meet again? And you end up like losing the customer because you can't keep meeting him. Girl doesn't want anything to happen. So you got to kind of keep it in the fantasy world. So we learned from this. After this, girls cannot meet guys under any conditions. So what the girls would do is they promise meetings, and maybe this is a bit bad. Here's where the famous would start.
If you didn't know, famous is to swindle or take advantage of a person, by the way.
Because they get some guy, fall in love, they'd arrange today to meet, all this shit, I need a visa. How much you need? All right, 10 grand. Boom, it's 10 G's. Thanks.
Wow.
Go to the embassy, take a picture outside the embassy, boom, come back. They rejected my visa. They said we have to wait 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, they'll give it to me. Okay, baby, boom, 2 more weeks of tips. Boom, 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 boom. Because now he thinks it's good, right? Eventually, the girl, what she would do is she'd say, oh, I don't want to go embassy. She'd give a really lame excuse to try and provoke the man to get angry. So she'd say, the embassy want me to come back, but I have a headache. That was the one we'd use. He'd be like, I just sent you $1 million. You promised you were going to come. You said you had to delay. Now you have a headache and you won't go to your appointment. To make him mad on purpose, because that would annoy any man. But here's the thing. The guy would get pissed off, right? And leave, stop tipping her, stop coming to him. But for these men, that's the only chick in the world, the only hot chick in the world who talks to him. Maybe it takes a week, maybe it takes 2 weeks, maybe it takes 3 weeks. Sitting there going, maybe she was gonna come. Maybe I just got too mad when she had a headache. Maybe I should have been a little bit more patient and she would have been my girlfriend. And 100% of the time, in less than 3 months, with an apology, a brand new pile of money, and the cycle would repeat.
Of course, he doesn't feel like he's doing anything wrong in this business.
Feel bad or no?
No, to give a solitary fuck.
Frankly, it's clear that the way this business was run was to intentionally manipulate and extort as much money from these vulnerable men as possible. The business grew to 75 women total, and in their best month, Andrew reportedly pocketed $454,000 himself. You can just summarize it as, he was a pimp. Not my words, he sold a course titled Make Millions with Internet Pimping. The rabbit hole goes deeper though, since there are multiple allegations that some of these women were part of a human trafficking organization led by the Tate Brothers, and that Andrew Tate kept their passports away from the women so they couldn't leave. Using the money he got from the webcam business and the connections that he had from kickboxing, he ended up franchising a large amount of casinos in Romania. There's conflicting information online around how many he's actually invested in, but it seems to be around 15. This reportedly nets him a monthly income of $1 million. And this is his justification for why he chose to invest in casinos.
Well, I make money from the vices of weaker men, and that's how I made money with webcam. And someone said, well, you should get into the gambling industry because all these gambling addicts ruin their lives giving their money away. And I thought, that's a good idea. So I like to make money off the vices of the weak.
With that in mind, does he seem like a trusted individual to sell you a get-rich-quick course? Remember his main marketing strategy.
Sell the dream, sell the dream, sell the dream.
Does that not seem all too familiar? Bugattis, attractive women, the rich, lavish lifestyle? Honestly, credit where credit's due, because this marketing strategy is genius. Originally, Andrew Tate was making his own YouTube videos, and the promotion from these would send his viewers towards his products on his website, which was making him around £10,000 to £80,000 a month. Not too bad. But he knew in order to take this to the next level, that he would need to find a way to get other people to post about him. And if you've been on any social media platform over the last year, you'll know that was a success. His program, Hustlers University, currently has around 100,000 members. They're paying him and his team $50 a month. You can do the maths there, that's $5 million every single month. But the genius of this was their affiliate program. Any member had access to an affiliate link. Sign someone else up and you get around 50% of the sales. So let's say $25. Some places also say it's $5, I'm not entirely sure. This led to people creating TikTok fan accounts of Andrew Tate with the only objective to be repurposing all of the long form content that Tate was putting out and to put it into short form content. And of course, these accounts all had an affiliate link in their bio to Hustlers University where they would gain 50% of the sales. This flooded TikTok, Facebook, YouTube Shorts, and Instagram with Andrew Tate content. Combine this with the charismatic delivery and the easily shareable controversial takes, it's no surprise that Andrew Tate was the most Googled man in July of 2022. The affiliate program has since been closed as it came under severe criticism for basically being a pyramid scheme. His strategy is the oldest trick in the YouTube book. Sell success by showing success regardless of how you actually made that money. This message is amplified by the viral success of Tate's message, and it's no surprise that Hustlers University is raking in around $5 million a month. I don't doubt that his words about building confidence and self-worth are helping men around the world become better people, but this advice is like giving you a fish. It makes you believe that he can teach you to be a great fisherman, but in reality, he's just trying to sell you a fishing rod. Tate's flashy lifestyle makes you believe that since he's helped you so much already, he's a man that you can trust and follow, and this has created an almost cult-like following for him. Its effectiveness is amplified not only by the viral nature of the content, but because he understands that similar to the webcam business, there's a large amount of men out there who feel unheard and lonely.
Sell the dream, sell the dream, sell the dream.
And the proof is in the pudding with the numbers of times that he's mentioned the Matrix.
The Matrix is obviously trying to destroy me in real time, but they have failed.
He'll repeatedly say things like, the Matrix wants you to follow a specific narrative, act a specific way, and if you don't, then they're going to try to shut you down. He's repeatedly talked this way about people in politics, the press, the media, and in big tech as being part of the Matrix that controls the world. But the reason that Tate is pushing this narrative so hard is because anytime the Romanian police come for him, a social media company shuts him down for some form of hate speech, he can simply just say, the Matrix got me. This way, no matter what he's prosecuted for in his life, he will always have fans that still support him, as they can sit here and say, oh, it's the Matrix trying to shut him up. Conveniently, he has an escape from the Matrix. He's just rebranded Hustlers University as The Real World. So for $50 a month, you of course can escape the Matrix. Or you can join what Andrew Tate says is a secret society of elites called the War Room.
So now I have the greatest network on the face of the planet. And when I say it's maybe the most money, it's not because of the membership fee. The membership fee is very low. It's cheap.
Only $5,000.
It's because of the opportunities and connections inside of the War Room.
Let's not be stupid. All elite clubs in the world are elite because elite people are invited to them and they're exclusive. You can't just join them for $5,000. Andrew Tate has a self-reported net worth of $100 million, but this is all from manipulating and taking advantage of weaker men.
All of it to me. Give me it all.
But don't just take my word for it.
So I like to make money off the vices of the weak.